Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Morning Hustle. Is a woman who's had people busting it since last June, and the
Whoa.
bus still continues. One time for the bag lady, Erica Banks.
Yeah.
Y'all are funny. Y'all are very funny.
Yo, but here's the thing, E. Like you low key, you saved not necessarily winter because this is spilling over to spring. This has been a long time running with this
Right.
record. It's like the record that won't go away. And how does it feel to see a record that you dropped so long ago, almost a year ago now, still have life and still giving people energy in the streets?
It's crazy. I tell people all the time it was very unexpected for me just because I personally didn't like the record. I wasn't gonna release it. So now seeing it do what it's doing is just out of this world. So I'm just glad that people like it.
I bet you like the record now too, don't you?
It's my favorite song.
Them quarterly checks start coming in and be like, whoa, this is a thing.
Yeah.
Totally different. And we did see, since it is such a big craze for TikTok and literally everybody made a challenge. How do you feel? Did you see the girl Addison? I think her name is Addison Rae. There we go. Addison Rae. So she's a little white girl and
Okay.
she was on Jimmy Fallon and she did like this the TikTok challenges. And she was all stiff and everything. So how do you feel about like some people trying to capitalize off of like hard work that you may have put in or other people, other entertainers. And then you got like a little white stiff girl coming and capitalizing off of what, your hard work that y'all done put in.
I missed this whole TikTok. I don't even know what TikTok we talking about right now. But I would just say, I don't have a problem with it as long as I'm getting my coins. Which are gonna always roll in. So, it's my song at the end of the day. So I'm gonna get the most coins from it. So
Some way, somehow,
cool.
regardless, right?
Like, it's all good, yeah.
Well, yo, Erica, this record has brought, twerkers and droppers and shakers from all walks of life out. We saw Gabrielle Union, making it happen. We saw Tracy Ellis Ross out here making it happen. I didn't realize that, and I always get them mixed up. It was one of them two between Chloe and Haley. One of them, was crushing it as well.
Let's just say both of them.
Chloe.
In your opinion, out of every celebrity that jumped out there and did the Busted Challenge, who you think won it?
I say this every time. I'm gonna have to give it to Ruby. Ruby Rose did her thing. She did her things. If y'all have not seen Ruby Rose, go to her TikTok or her Instagram and look. Yes.
Yo, you did one too.
And what was the shorty though? That was messing with Tristan Thompson. They said they kissed, and then
Jordan Wood.
Jordan Wood. I had no idea she was working with weapons of mass destruction back there like that.
Me neither.
You did your challenge. I think Yellow Beezy in your challenge with you?
He was in my first one. I did two. So he was in the first one, and then I did one by myself like 2 days later.
Because they tried to give you a little bit of heat for it. They said you wasn't twerking enough.
They said I wasn't giving enough. I said, oh, well, excuse the hell out of me. So I did it the second time. Like, that's what we was
that's what it was given. That's what we was looking for.
Yeah.
Where do you rank yourself on the twerk scale? If you had to give yourself a number between 1 and 10, where does Erica Banks rank herself on the twerk scale?
You know what? I'm a solid 9.
Oh, whoa.
I would be a 10 if I could split and jump into it and all
Oh.
But I can do everything else, so I'm a solid 9.
And then you kicked it off with that Nelly sample, and that's one thing that everybody knows. Is Nelly going to get on a verse at some point in time? Because I think the remix with Nelly should have happened, and I'm still waiting for it. I'm still here for it. So,
some people were saying that. Some people didn't feel like I should put Nelly on there.
Or did he reach out or anything? Did he reach out to you or anything?
Oh yeah, like we've had conversations via social media. He even spoke in an interview and was saying how he loved the song. His girlfriend had done the challenge 2 different times, so she loves the song. But yeah, it was an honor to even get the feedback, from him. And as far as him being on the remix, I think he's more excited just seeing me carry on, his legacy, versus anything. So I'm just glad that he was even able to publicly acknowledge it, because some celebrities don't even do that. So
Indeed. Well, and I know that there was a remix with Travis Scott, but let's just say, Erica Banks, if you could make like a We Are the World version of Bust It, right? Who would be on your Mount Busmore? Who goes in there? Like, if you could just handpick a bunch of just random females to do like a posse cut version of Bust It, who you throwing on the record?
Nicki Minaj, Missy Elliott, Trina. And you know what? I'm gonna go so far back as Eve. I would put Eve on it too.
Wow, respect the culture, love it.
Yeah.
Was Eve like one of the first rappers? Like when you think back, because like Eve could spit. People like look at it because she be on talk shows now, but like Eve always had a wicked pen game. Like who were some of the early rappers that like really caught your goat and made you pay attention?
I always say Nicki and Missy, so I'm biased. Whatever. After them, of course, it would be Trina, it would be Eve, like I stated, it would be Diamond, who's from Atlanta. Who else was coming up in that time? Princess from Atlanta, who was also a part of Crime Mob at that time. That would really be it for me if I'm just going back that far. Yeah, I pretty much named everybody for me personally.
Okay, now for those who don't know, Erica Banks, you hail from Dallas, Texas, a place that, I laid my hat many times down there, and I still got a crib there. Most of my family live there. It means so much for me to see so many artists coming out of the city and getting nationwide appeal, because like Dallas always had the talent, right? So E, if you could say in your opinion, what was the thing that you did that got you on the radar where so many other people are still just trying? What was it? What tipped the scale for you?
For me, it was just networking. I think a lot of artists missed that part. It was a time where 2 summers ago I had just started and I was just hashtagging Miami DJs, hashtag Atlanta DJs, hashtag wherever. I would go to the DJ's page, random DJs. I don't even know these people. Go to their page, DM them, hey, I'm Erica Banks. Here's my mixtape. Here's my music. Check me out. I'm still cool with a lot of those DJs to this day. So that was something that I had to start doing and going to networking events. And you just have to put it in people's face. And, some people feel like, oh, I'm too good, or I don't want to have to socialize, but that's where it is. Like, that's how you get out. So that's how I got out.
Well, I'm glad you win. Now, a lot of times people get hit with no's, and that might throw them off to the point that where like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to figure something else. What was a no that you had to swallow and then just kind of dust yourself off and get back to it? Like, nah, I got this.
Damn. I don't really think I had any no moments, to be completely honest. I didn't. Now, I don't know if this counts as a no moment, but there were times where I would have probably DM'd the DJ or a celebrity and I didn't get a response. That was kind of discouraging, because you DM a celebrity and they don't respond, but then they post it on their story and you're like, damn, am I whack? Like, why ain't checking my shit out? You know what I'm saying? But other than that, like, nah, I haven't had like a literally no moment. But there were a lot of times where I never got a response. And some of those same celebrities are doing the Bussy Challenge now, which is cool. They didn't know me back then.
Now you win it. Hate it or love it, the underdog is on top. Now, how outside are you now? I know people kind of getting vaccinated, and I know the promoter's been calling you, trying to get you to come do shows and whatnot, because the records are doing what they're doing. So are you like fully out there yet, or are you still waiting?
I'm outside 100%. Book, please. Call the number in my bio. We are taking bookings. Yes.
So what was the first show you did since the record started taking off, the way you're like, whoa, where you got to witness it? Where were you at? Put us there.
Damn. I don't know if I was in Atlanta or if I was in Florida. I want to say I was in Florida. I want to say I was in Tallahassee, actually. Florida, they always show me love. Like, I felt like I was in my hometown. I didn't even know people knew me like they do in Florida till I had a show there. But yeah, I want to say it was Tallahassee, Florida.
Man, it is so dope to see like how everything is just like systematically falling into place. And I know it seemed like, it happened overnight to people that weren't paying attention. And even to see you link up with other Dallas artists. I caught you on the Yellow Peasy record Star, and that was definitely a vibe too, man. How important you think it is for like artists from the city to connect and keep working together, as opposed to like that crab in the barrel mentality that sometimes cities can have?
I think it's very important. I think that not only does it, I guess, show your character as far as working with artists from your city, because a lot of artists from the same city might not want to work together. They might feel some type of way about that, like you said. But for me to be able to do it, male or female, I think it just continues to keep the culture together for that specific area, and it encourages other artists to also feel like, hey, me working with the next artist or an artist who's bigger than me is okay. Like, you know, you both advantage from it. I'm hot, he's hot, so we really helping each other. And you know, at the end of the day, we are also friends outside of music. So I think it's dope.
Now I kind of had a glitch. Sorry for that, but I'm back. So I wanted to know. So you know, there's a lot of pressures of having a big record, and when the records are so big, especially your first like really known record for us. How do you feel like, especially in a space where it's like Little Nas X, where it kind of seems like these nowadays you have to find something to kind of make you stand out beyond just the song being good, you know? So do you feel those pressures of having that such a big record like that you might have to jump out the box and do things that maybe you're not comfortable with?
I don't feel like that at all. And a lot of people ask, so are you worried about having to have another hit record? Or like, what do you think about that? No. And I mean this in the most humble way. I am a real rapper. So it'll probably be a very, very, very long time before I just run out of stuff to say and have nothing else to give. So it's fun for me. It's a sport for me. I actually have the next single ready to go right now. It's being spun on radio. Toot That. Not sure if y'all have heard that, but it's going. But yeah, nah, I don't feel like I'll have to do anything out of the ordinary just to stay relevant or to stay on. I just feel like my music being as real as it is and as popping as it is will be just enough. So
nah, it's dope to see people with that mentality. Like, you know, like there's a lot of people always chase the hit record, but sometimes you get the basket just not even trying, just you know, just working and just let the game organically come to you. Because I'm sure you didn't know that the first few records were gonna do what they did when you put them out. It just happened to organically pop off, right?
Yeah. When we put out Busted, I'm like, why are we pushing Busted? Why are we not pushing Toot That? Now I see why we were pushing Busted. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's all about patience.
And then you linked up with Carl Crawford, obviously. Shout out to him. He did lip service live when we was there in Houston. So shout out to him for coming through. Now, did you have any reservations? Because obviously there was things that was going on, especially with Meg Thee Stallion. And they were saying that she had some issues as far as deal wise and what was inside of her deal. Now, when you came to the point where you were signing, did you have any conversations with him about that? Or like I said, any reservations moving forward since you knew there was some kind of issue with another artist he previously had?
No, that had nothing to do with me. I don't worry about things that have nothing to do with me at all. So I felt no way about it. I didn't think twice about it. My situation was my situation and I was good then and I'm great now. See?
That's a person that's a PR trainer.
Yeah, it is.
So freaking well. That's Erica Banks we talking to right now, ladies and gentlemen. No, there's some
very smart girl.
No, but well played. And it sucks that there's so many politics that exist within the business, right? Because like, yeah, like some things don't have anything to do with you. And like, let's just say if Megan Thee Stallion wanted to do a record with Erica Banks, I would imagine that your affiliations make that difficult to happen, even though just on some Texas girls representing and showing heart, it should, right? I mean, you know, have y'all ever had any like conversation, you and Meg?
We had a conversation. It was more personal. It had absolutely nothing to do with music. It was about a year ago. But outside of that, I've never met her. Never seen her in person. Has just known her from media.
So, well, let's just say, Erica Banks, if you could jump in a time machine, right? Go to any year and steal somebody's record and make it yours. And I say steal in the best way possible. Like, yo, I'm going to write Thriller. Like, you know, what record would you go back in time and steal and make yours?
Ooh, that's a good one. You know what? That's a damn, because now I'm thinking of all my favorite artists. What's Future's biggest song?
It
would be Future's song.
I feel like it's gonna be Mask Off once the pandemic is completely over. Like that song is gonna have a resurgence like you've never seen before. But you know.
And I seen somebody on Twitter say that. You were absolutely
I was thinking like Never Change with Rihanna. That's one of his big records. They played a lot.
It was his song?
Was it that? Rihanna? Never Change. Is that him? Look, now you got me.
You got to make your voice deeper. I can't.
I feel like that's Kelly Rowland.
Oh shit. Well,
we were strong and wrong on that one.
Okay.
Well, if it wasn't Beyonce, we know that.
Yeah.
All right, so we don't know which song you would go for.
Damn, that's really hard though.
Like, what if Erica Banks?
Oh, you know what? No.
Okay.
Okay. It would be Nicki Minaj's "Did It" on them. I would do that one.
There we go. That's a good record. That's a good record.
I can hear you putting the extra sauce on that one for real, for real.
Yeah.
Take him to Keith's Bazaar with that one for real, for real. Now,
do you play the keyboard? I'm sorry, I just see it in the background, so I feel like I have to ask.
I did as a kid. I don't currently.
Oh, you like doon 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 doon.
I did.
So is that the keyboard from when you were a kid?
No, it's not. I lost that one when I was probably like 12.
Just making sure, like, some people just hold on. I have a guitar here. I can't play for shit, but I have a guitar. But like, sometimes we just do that, right?
I have a guitar too, and I can't play either.
It's for decoration.
There we go.
We should form a fake band. We don't play nothing. So another thing that we see coming down the pipeline for you, and this is really dope. You are in the running for the XXL freshman spot. Vote for the last one, the number 10. Now, there are a lot of people who are killing it, yourself included. So let's just say, right, if you getting that freshman 10 spot had everything, like, depending on whether or not you could kick a rhyme right now, what rhyme would you kick?
I would kick the verse off of my favorite song by me. That would be Married. Married is a song on my latest project, the Erica Banks project. It would be the verse off of there.
Can you give us a little 8 or a little 12 off that?
I knew y'all was going to do that. Why do y'all always do that to me?
It's the first time we've ever talked to you. This is the first time we're doing this to you. Because like you're a rapper and you love to rap, and I love to hear rappers rap. That's just the world we live in. And this is the type of pressure that you might start being under, being in that conversation. And I just want to make sure from this point on, you are always prepared to drop something for the people.
Okay, I'm not going to even do that one then. I'm going to do something totally different. Okay?
Uh-oh, exclusive.
Yeah. Hell yeah, now Roger that. Popping out, they flocking back. I'm on the wave, no stopping that. You a duplicate, that's copycat. I'm next up, that's real shit. Real hot, yeah, real bitch. Showing up and I'm showing out and I do it well because I kill shit. That's all you get.
Hey.
Erica Banks was rough and ready. Give it a 10 spot. Thank you and please.
I like that.
The link is in the bio, period.
What's those DMs looking like right now?
Full.
Anybody interesting? Anybody that you might give a chance to, or are you taking?
I am taking, honey.
Oh, really? Uh-oh.
Absolutely. But when I say full, because I had this conversation on my last interview, everybody wants to work, everybody wants to get in, everybody wants to do this and do that. And that's cool. I'm all for it. But I was also talking about how it's people who maybe didn't want to work time ago or didn't have time. But now everybody has time. So he was like, so who in your DMs? And I just was like, oh, it's a lot of people. But when I say a lot of people, I'm just referring to these new faces who I used to see around, but weren't too interested. But we all know how that goes. So
do you show your boo? Do you be like, look who's in my DM? Da da da. Do you show them, or do you just? You do.
Depending on who it is, like if we know the person mutually, then yeah, I'd be like, look at such and such, or why is such and such hitting me up? So yeah, we had those conversations all the time.
Whoa! Did he ever have to check anybody?
Not yet.
Time will reveal.
Yes.
So let's just say Erica Banks, it's date night. You chilling with your boo. What are y'all binge watching together?
Like a movie? Like what we watching?
Yeah, like are y'all into the same things? Because I know sometimes that creates like great divides in relationships. Because like you might be into this, they into that.
He never is picking a movie. It's always me. That's always my task. So he just kind of go with what I'm with. But then we never make it to the end of the movie anyway.
Whoa, bust it. Bus.
One time for Erica Banks not knowing how no movie ends.
I swear I don't.
And her boyfriend for not caring. He's like,
It's all
forget
good.
that movie.
By the time you're done, you look up at the TV and says, "Are you still watching?" You got to figure out what to do from there. You're nasty. We love it.
Is he in the industry too?
Y'all are funny. Y'all are so funny. He might be. He might not be. He might be a chef. He could be a chef. For all like you, he could be a teacher. He could be a rapper. Oh,
See, when you give us vague answers, we have to make stuff up. So
Yeah.
okay, so he's a chef. Oh, so Erica Banks is dating Raekwon, the chef from Wu-Tang Clan. That's what we're running with. Pretty
I
stamp
didn't
it.
know
Let's go.
that. Yeah, was you was going for him at the verses. I seen you twerking in the background.
huh?
She was busting at the criminology.
Where was that?
We are speaking Chinese right now.
Yeah, we just made all of that up, so it's okay. So have you ran into anybody that you may have looked up to or thought, I can't wait one day to meet this person and work with this person, and they just was nothing like you thought, like they might have been a little nasty or something like that?
Actually, no. I haven't ran into that issue. Everybody that I have either listened to growing up or aspired to meet and I met, I don't know what to expect, so I can't say I expected them to be like this, but I haven't ran into anybody who just had me like, oh, they've always
That's how
been
you
so
know
sweet.
your song good, because if it wasn't, you would have been like, yeah, I done this one.
Yes, exactly.
And it's always dope to hear from people who are having a hell of a run right now and like have found that success after years of chasing it. There might be people who are listening to this right now who are at the verge of giving up and be like, all right, maybe this music thing ain't for me. What do you say to those people who, are just one song away and they just need just a word of encouragement to keep going?
I would just say to be patient. I say that patience is everything. That's something I had to learn. It was times I was in the car crying, like, why am I not hyped yet? Why they don't see me? Like, what's going on? Like, then maybe like, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 months, but 2 or 3 months after that is when I got signed. So it's just a matter of being patient. And I will always say that, whenever you are ready to give up, just remember who you're doing it for, how long you've been doing it. And, you don't just want to throw it away when it could be right there. So I would just say be patient.
Is there anything other than music that we can expect? Like, do you have any other things that may be on the horizon outside of music?
I will answer that like this. I will say that I'm into a lot of different things outside of music. I like to be creative. There are a lot of things that I would love to do, put out, share. But I won't be too specific about it because I would hate to beat somebody up for stealing my idea. But look for more than just music from me. Yes.
I heard you draw a little bit. You good with the drawing for fashion, right?
Yeah, I can definitely draw. I'm not an artist, but I can draw well enough to like do something with it. Yeah.
Okay, bust it, sew it.
I feel like I have to ask this question because I've been seeing this trending. What if you went out to a restaurant, right? And just say one of your friends might have had a little piece of lace hanging out from the wig, right? But you didn't notice it at all. Like, say, how the lace kind of come up. So say you're walking in and the person that is the promoter of the brunch tells you, your friend, they can't come in because of their lace. What's the next step?
Because I'm Erica Banks and this is my friend. So do I need to speak to that is above you so we can figure this out? Because
that's right.
That's how we're doing it.
Doorman.
She gets straight to the business. Well, EP, so, a lot of times people always travel to a bunch of cities. Usually people always come to Atlanta. People always go to Miami, New York, LA. Dallas and Fort Worth is popping as well. So let's just say if Erica Banks was the head of the Dallas-Fort Worth Tourism Board and somebody was coming here to visit you, what are you taking them to do during the weekend?
I think a lot of people who aren't from Dallas kind of have this idea in their head that it's like Hollywood or something, but it's not that much to do in Dallas. It's more of like a food city, so we could go eat, but that's probably the only interesting thing that there is to do. And then it's southern, so it'll be like soul food, or the seafood is really good. We can go eat crabs if you like that. But I don't think anybody just want to go to the zoo or like, you know.
Yo,
like
I went to the zoo, man. Like the lions was asleep. It wasn't even a snake. It was like a snakeskin belt. It was just bad.
Oh,
like you know,
no.
we got to do better in the city. We got to get some live animals in our zoo. But you know, I digress.
that would be great.
It's too hot.
It's way too. I'm not, bro, do not take me to the zoo.
Date's over.
So no movies, no zoo. What the hell? Just eating.
I love shopping too.
Me too. I'm with you.
I don't mind going in store too because they might have some of the exclusive shit on the inside. I don't know, but I do love to shop. I do love to eat, and then in my spare time, I just like to write. So
okay, but do you cook? Do you cook? Because you eat, so you like to eat. Can you cook good?
I can cook, but I don't cook as much as y'all would probably think.
I
cook when he asks me to cook. If he don't ask or say nothing, then no, we not cooking. We not doing that.
Can you do cook?
He hasn't cooked a lot for me just yet, but I do believe that he can. I do trust him. I've had a couple of things, but I haven't had like a plethora of things.
Not plethora.
The last person you broke up with, how did you break up with them?
Damn. I kind of was like, I don't remember what I said. I know I was talking shit. I sent the little closing out message. You know, you send the closing out message when you're done. Then I blocked him. And that was pretty much it. Like
I just did that to someone.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
And that has to hurt to, like, you know, when you text somebody that's blocked you, and I think it says, what, message blocking active?
Yes, because I've been blocked before. That's exactly what it says.
What did you do to get blocked?
For real?
Why my boyfriend blocked me? This was recent. What did I do? I think I hung up in his face or something. Something petty, something small. But we was friends the next day, so it didn't really matter. But I did get the blocking notification to know I was blocked. But
24 hours later, tooted up, bust it.
Hey.
Makeup, sex is everything. Well, yo, Erica Banks, much love to you, man. When we getting a full plate? When's the next full project coming?
We are working on putting the next project out for the summer. We have not decided a date yet, but we do know that for the summertime, we're gonna have the project out. We want to give all the summertime vibes, and yeah, so just expect new music in the summer.
Cool. Well, we catch you outside then. Yo, that's Erica Banks right there. Let's go with one of your records. What song you want to hear right now?
Say it again.
What song you want to hear right now? We want to throw it to one of your records.
Oh, let's hear Toot That. That's my favorite.
Well, let's toot it up then, man. Erica Banks. Thanks for tapping in with the Morning Hustle.
I can tell it's your favorite.
How you
We are the Morning Hustle.